This last example is looking at a two-way frequency table and determining some of the answers here. All right. Two-way frequency tables are pretty important for you to know how to read, but it's really easy to get kind of mixed up a little bit. All right. So a survey of students at Rio Rancho High School counted the students' pet preference. So whether you want a cat, a dog, or an other type of pet, like a ferret. Using the frequency table, answer the following questions. Now, I find that frequency table, the word of is the key thing here. All right? So we're going to be calculating what's called a conditional probability. So what conditional probability is the likelihood that something is going to happen under a certain condition. And the word of tells you what that condition is. So this says what percentage of students prefer dogs. So we're going to look at the total number of students and the number of those students that prefer dogs. Alright, so the total number of students here is 50. And of those 50 people, 22 of them prefer dogs. So I'm going to write the fraction 22 over 50. Now this is asking for a percentage. So to calculate percentage, I'm taking the 22 and dividing it by 50. That's 0.44. And so that would be a 44% probability. Alright, so this is saying that if you were to ask 100 students at random, about 44 of them would answer dogs. Dogs are great. I get it. Alright, so then this says what percentage of girls prefer cats. So that of girls says that our total that we're discussing is the girl total. So there are 28 girls in this survey. And of those 28, so in this row, 6 of them said they prefer cats. So I would say 6 out of 28. So if I use my calculator and do 6 divided by 28, I get 0.214. So I'm going to change that to an approximation and call it 0.21 because the 4 would round down. So you'd say there's a 21% percentage or chance. And then it says what percentage of boys like other pets. Alright, so the of boys is telling you to consider just the dudes here. So there's 22 boys in this survey. And if I look out of those 22, 3 say other. So my fraction would be 3 out of 22. Which is about 0.136. So I'm going to call that about 0.14, so about 14%. Now notice these examples that we just did all go across the horizontal thing. So some other questions I could have could involve making a vertical question. So a vertical question could be something like, what percentage of dog lovers are girls? Alright, so what percentage of dog lovers are girls? That of is talking about dog lovers. So we're looking at the total number of dog lovers, which is 22. And how many of those 22 are girls? Well, there's 12. So I would say 12 out of 22. Which is about 55%-ish. Alright, so just be aware, it's not always finding a total across horizontally. Sometimes it's totals up and down. So just look for that of, and that of will tell you which column or which row to talk about. But there you have it. That's our conditional probability.